What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Many of you brothers have a controversial take towards transitioning for underage individuals, primarily black boys. Okay, I don't think brothers have an issue with it as much if a person wants to do it if they're over 18, but the consensus from the comments that I've read in the past was brothers have a problem with it if it's young people that's under 18. All right, that's what Boosie was saying. A lot of brothers was agreeing with Boosie regarding that change from then Zion Wade to Zaya Wade. A lot of folks thought brother Dwayne Wade was very weak. His wife Gabrielle Union was pushing the boy towards that way, but that wasn't the only person who said that. Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, Siobhan Wade, has also come to terms with that same ideology, and she's accusing them of something in a legal document. What she's saying is that basically she's trying to block that transition. And she's saying that basically she was not involved in the conversation and that she should have had equal rights as far as her input as a parent, although Dwayne Wade does have full custody of the child. Now, here's what I want to discuss, because from the outside looking in, it sounds genuine, and then it could be genuine. But I want to talk about politics. Politics sounds genuine. Look at Joe Biden as the president, running up against Donald Trump. He was bringing out all of Trump's problems, all of Trump's issues, or as he would say, alleged issues as a president, which I honestly feel Donald Trump is a much better president than Joe Biden, 10 times better. Okay, but in any sense, Joe Biden was talking about the changes that he was going to make if he became president, and of course, people will say anything to become president. You see military coups happening all throughout Africa, talking about injustice and corruption and all of these things. And then when the guys get into power, they end up doing the same corrupt things, committing the same injustices that they're complaining about. Some of you brothers are saying, well, what are you saying, Brother O'Shea? You're talking about history and politics. We're talking about Dwayne Wade here. I'm glad you asked that question, because really what we're dealing with here, black men, is the fact that Siobhan Wade is upset that Zion Wade, or Zaya Wade now, is making money. And as an underage person, because the brands are dealing with Zaya Wade, that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are doing so just to make money. They changed the gender for money. In other words, they're pimping the child out for money. But hold on, let's go back to this article here in 2013, okay? 2013, who do we see out here in the city of Chicago looking homeless? At that time, you're known as Siobhan Funches. Maybe you went back to that, but that's you right there, right? What's that sign say? That sign says, NBA Miami Heat star, mother of his children in the streets with brand new nails, a brand new weave. At that time, you have gotten a $5 million settlement. He's paying $25,000 a month on a monthly basis. Okay. He's maintaining security at your house. You have 4 cars. Taxes are paid. And you don't do anything. All right. To be honest, you don't do nothing. He's the one doing everything. And still you were asking for $11 million at that time. For what? For his endorsements, the ones you never helped him get. Okay. Now I'm going to deal with that, because what are we talking about here? She could be right about what Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union's motivations are. I don't know. Could be wrong. But one thing I do believe, Siobhan is suffering from bitter baby mama syndrome. We see it a lot in the black community. We see a lot in black America. Okay. The reality is that your life, all right, didn't get better. All right. Your life didn't get better. That's the issue. It didn't get better. So now you're mad. He went on with Gabrielle Union, despite what people think. Gabrielle Union works. You don't. His life went on to get better. And I see that from a lot of baby mamas who are bitter. You know, you want to be with the man no more, fine. The man goes on to do great things with the new person, regardless if you like her or not. You sit around to do nothing. Okay? You can't find nobody. You can't keep a man. Your life is in shambles. And ever since you haven't been with that guy, you have not achieved anything. The only thing you can go ahead and do is be a hellraiser. Black men see it all the time. All the time we see it. Okay? So now what you're looking for is a new ability to basically get money from the guy. And what you're really saying is, you know, they changed my son's sexuality to something else or gender to something else. I want some of that money and they left me out, because if you were getting that money, you wouldn't care. Because if we all want to say that that being born homosexual is something that's predetermined for some folks that feel like that, not is nature, not nurture. That person he was going to be like that anyway, right? So whether he stayed with you, he was going to be like that. And eventually he was going to be like what he's going to be like. If that's the argument that people want to give. So then the reality is that you didn't get no money from this whole ordeal. That's why you were mad. You're not mad about everything, because the thing about it is if you were such a good mother, how did he get, hold on one second. Let me think about this. How did he get full custody, baby? How did he get it? Y'all don't want to talk about this, do you? But we need to, because how did he get it? He got full custody because you are not a good parent. That's how. Let's be real with it. You're not a good parent, okay? You're a terrible parent in the eyes of the court. He's a better fit than you, despite all of Dwayne Wade's problems, which he has many of them, okay? So why is the case? But we don't want to deal with that. Why haven't you been able to do anything for yourself since y'all been divorced? We don't want to deal with that. And all you want to be is a thorn in the side, and don't nobody suffer but the kids. How can we come to the realization like, look, I don't like you and you don't like me, which is perfectly fine. I don't like you, you don't like me. That's fine. But we got kids together. Let's not kill each other over the kids so they can see us arguing. That's one thing I liked of my grandparents. My grandmother, you know, she didn't like my granddaddy too much. I found that out later on in life. She didn't like him at all. But the one thing I will say about her, God damn it, they didn't argue that much. Never in front of us. They had enough sense not to do it in front of us. Enough sense. No matter how much they disliked us or disliked each other, they had enough sense to not do it in front of us. And you know what I say to that? Thank God for Jesus, as the old folk used to say. You see? But black people back in that time had that kind of respect for each other. You see? Nowadays, it's all about money and clout. So the kids get to see you acting a damn fool all the time. Isn't that great? Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.